switches and says live. There we go. Excellent. Welcome back, everyone, to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. So, last week, the heroes dropped Macat the Crimson off in Luskan and then continued south to Waterdeep. Upon landing, they made their way to Old Brinter Villa to report to Ramalia Haventree, but were ambushed by assassins in the street. They killed 3, captured 2, and let one of the assassins escape. They were Blackcoats, a sinister crime syndicate within the city, who had been hired by Rath Modar, the Red Wizard, to kill the heroes. Specifically, Rath Modar, not a Red Wizard, but of the group that is the private group outside of Thay that is looking to overthrow the current government. They delivered the captured men to the villa for questioning and reported to Ramalia on their mission to the north. There they met Elia, a silver-haired woman who immediately knew that they had killed a Rothator and who said they would meet again for a meeting with more potential allies. Then Zemsta reported in to Savor Bellabranta at the Halls of Justice and was told to keep a watchful eye on any members of the Host Tower of the Arcane who were sent to help against the cult. She also confirmed that dragon activity was increasing and was awaiting further reports from the Misty Forests, where a green dragon was raiding the settlements. Finally, the group found their way to the Safe Haven Inn, and Luna made her report to Melanor Fellbranch at Falconmere Compound across the street. There she learned that Watchers had reported a growing number of devils amassing at the Well of Dragons, far more than could be summoned by the Red Wizards, which Fellbranch believed was a sign that a fiendish power was sending forces to help the cult of the dragon. He warned Luna that it could mean she and her friends might encounter fiends during future interactions with the cult. She shared the information with the rest of the group as they gathered at the inn for a good night's rest, but just before they said their good nights, Alamir felt a knock on his mind. He accepted the message and heard a terse, unfamiliar voice say, "Killing a Rothator crossed the line. Now you have my attention. Now you will die. I, Faerûn, swear it." And that is where we pick our story back up. So you're all going to bed unless there's something else you'd like to do before then?
Alamir, did you tell him, like, response-wise, that only if we roll bad, he'll kill us?
That is true. You do have up to 25 words that you may respond if you would like. You're muted. You're muted.
I keep saying, yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. I know. Yeah, I know. I will send a response to Severin Snape, and I will tell him. I just want to say bring it, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say.
Team Biscuit will get you.
That's right. No. We will do whatever it takes to stop Tiamat from arriving to this world and causing destruction. You can bet on that. Then I'll hang up. Click.
All right.
Team Biscuit's not getting the butter tonight.
No, it's not. It went south.
All right.
Yeah, normal sleep for me.
And there is no further knocks or messages trying to get through.
Oh, I turned my phone off.
Okay. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me, please, Alamir. Okay, 23. With that Arcana check, I will say that if there are future knocks, you will be able to identify if it is Severin knocking at the door.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Zem, what's our temporary hit points now after long rest?
16.
16.
I just want to say, you guys have a wizard with 120 12 hit points.
That's more than me.
Yeah, but you keep getting back up. Once
know.
I get knocked down, there's no getting back up.
All right. So everyone's going to
You
bed.
Four-
technically
4-hour
have more hit
trance
points
sleep.
than that. Because, you have mirror image and
Yeah, that's right.
shield and...
Yeah, you're right. I'm doing my 4-hour trance. So.
Okay.
And I'm going to set an alarm on my...
All right. So everyone has a good night's rest. Go ahead and take a long rest.
Yeah, it's my dog.
Oh, you know what? I just...
Do we lose our potion stuff yet, or not? Or is that permanent?
What?
My resistance to cold?
But that was the potions. No, they went long ago, right? You drank a potion for that, right? Or was that
That was from the Black Tower.
The Black Tower. No, you had resistance to cold too.
Yeah, we did all that.
I just got double fire damage.
That's what
Yeah.
you told me, and right now it's on me, and it says the Black Tower is the reason. So you must have added it.
You must have. Maybe you did that on the way out, because I thought only Luna had that. But if you had it too,
it was me and her.
okay. So yeah, no, it lasts 30 days. So
Okay.
you are about halfway through it.
Okay.
Yep. So I'd have to look back on the date, but yep. Not that much time has passed.
I sleep for 15 more days.
Okay.
He wants his negative to fall off.
No, he already got rid of it. You
I
did
used
it.
the restoration.
That's right, greater restoration. You got rid of it.
See, then what do you got to worry
Luna
about?
gave it to me. That's because Luna likes me.
Luna won't go that far. You keep throwing. Well, it depends when you throw a fireball, though.
Don't
So-
worry. I'm going to throw it in the room.
And just point out to anyone watching, we've done a. Alamir has not actually used illusions since 3rd level, so we are letting him switch to evocation. So you're now an evocation wizard, right? Which I just for
Yes.
the record will say.
Thus, he's surrounded by flames.
I am extremely happy with that, because the level 14 illusion wizards are OP, and I would have had to have changed rules as written for the campaign. All right. Next morning, everyone wakes up. Anything special you're doing before you meet for breakfast?
No.
Okay. So you have breakfast. So just a reminder. So you've been given given information, things happening. You know that Hef has been doing well training the griffins. You had talked about going and visiting him today. What else? Oh. Right. Yeah, Alamir, you learned that your old
Nair.
friend Nair, right, is in
I have to take the
Waterdeep.
scroll to her. I have to bring the horn.
Right, so she's helping to research
Decipher.
that. Yeah, and that's really and the other than that, you're kind of waiting for more information from the factions.
We have not gotten the what's it thingamajiggy? The harper faction, yeah, correct?
That's who you were talking. That was.
That was the initial one, the start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So with
And today also the Tower of Luskin is supposed to arrive.
right.
To
So yes, the host tower of the Arcane was sending people, and they had said that they would send people to teleport to the city today. Or at least they said they would arrive today. You would assume, since they're wizards, that they would probably teleport. So for the narrative of this day, since there's nothing too specific going on and planned, we will say that Jenkin is going to go out to do his anonymous helping, find people to help anonymously like he likes to do, and make a trip to the temple.
Gotcha.
All right. So you finish eating breakfast. Go ahead and make perception checks, everybody. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Go Spot.
Spot.
Lives up to his name for once.
Yeah. Sitting there eating, you finish eating, you lean back in the chair, and you catch a conversation, a very lively conversation between two young people at the table, a couple over from you, and the one guy's like, so have you gone? It's amazing place. And the other one's like, nah, I've heard, but I haven't made it there yet. Is it true they have all sorts of magic? Oh yeah, it's just a couple doors down. You're close to it. You gotta at least stop by, and even if you're doing a buy
I nudge
anything.
Alamir at this point when I hear magic, and I like point back at them so he can listen.
Subtly, or you're like, hey, over there.
Are you sitting next to me?
Yeah.
I just jab you in the side,
And so
and I go, listen to behind us.
Yeah, I'll listen to behind us. I put the
So-
horn on my ear and I pretend I can't.
you hear they're talking about some place that sells magic items here in Waterdeep, and it's like, nobody knows where it came from. It just popped up just a few days ago, but already they're like they have, it's a huge place inside. The building looks small, but there's huge. Everyone's going in just to look at it.
It's a blue police blocks, isn't it? It's bigger on the inside.
Yes, Doctor.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Okay, where did that go?
I will engage.
With
I'll turn around on my little stool to the two that are talking, and I will engage and say, magic items, you say? I'm going to interrupt. I'm just going to be like, magic items, you say? Yeah.
and the guy looks over. Oh yeah, just
Right back.
at Axel's.
Have I ever heard of it?
No,
Merchant wise.
never.
Okay. So it's at Axel's, or it's called Axel's?
So he tells you it is called Axel's Wondrous Emporium.
Have I ever heard of an Axel?
Mm,
Merchant wise.
no, you have not.
Good or bad, on the good side of merchant or bad side.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And where might and where can you find this? Where is it found? Because we're always in the looking. I'm always looking for magic items, and I produce flame on my fingers and and I light a candle.
Oh, it's like you had to have, well, you maybe not passed it, but it's just a few doors down. You just step out the door
I point and I go left and
go see.
Is anybody here in our group wearing opulent looking clothing, or are we all still wearing
Traveling clothes
armor? Of the farmer? That traveling clothes.
Yes.
I'm in robes. I've never changed out of robes, so I'm not. I'm just looking to see if any if Zemsta's over there wearing a golden breastplate with a helm with wings on it.
Adamantine plate.
But do you keep it covered, or do you show your stuff there, Zem and Luna? And reason I'm asking is I don't want to look like we have money.
It's like a peacock. You kind of can't help it.
Can't help look.
Yeah. Can't. Yeah. So.
Okay, can't help look.
I'm just the poor druid that just kind of follows and helps heal y'all.
So you're naked. Got it. Okay.
With a vine and a couple fig leaves.
Okay.
And a couple robes over that.
But in short, to answer your question, Zemsta does not have fancy stuff. Pretty generic stuff overall. Nothing extravagant.
Oh, here it is. Yep. Okay. So, yeah. So they and they quickly finish eating. They're like, "Well, we'll see you over there. We're gonna take my friend there now, so he can at least look at it." You're muted.
Just talking to a dog. I will see you there then. I will make haste for traveling where I can haste and postily be there.
In a hasty way.
All right. So yeah, so you guys finish eating. I assume you all step outside, take a look. So
is it drawing a crowd?
There is a crowd outside. So you step outside. So if you look on the map, we're all on this map, right? Yes, we're all on this map. So you look down where you're at. You see, actually, I think I can do a control ping, and does that draw you to the pings? It's one of those things. But there is, so S41 is where you're at, right? And then in between S39 and S40 is this small little building in the very center. So just north of the other purple mark, which is the villa where Luna makes her reports. And in that, there used to be a building there, butted up against both of the other ones. It was torn down, and now in the middle of this dirt area that looks like it's like roughly cultivated. They're trying to grow some grass and stuff. You see this small little building, a little kind of cottage. And all it says above the door is AWE. So and to be so yes, it is. So actually, this would I was wrong. So they popped up on the 21st day of High Sun, which would have been right after you left. It is currently the morning of the 30th of Hyson, the last day of the month. So they've been in business. This is business now for 9 days. Yeah. So then you see people like opening the door and stepping inside, and as they step through the threshold, they just disappear.
Pretty cool.
I think Alamir was muted there because I thought I saw his lips moving.
Okay, never mind. I hit that button. Thank you for looking at my lips. So alleyways along the side, or completely fits in between the buildings?
There's alleyways on the side. You can walk around it.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk around it just to confirm the front, the sides, and the back.
Yep. And you can walk all the way around it. And there are other people kind of walking around too. Lots of people who look like they want to walk in, but they're not sure. And you see like a young couple with their young kids, just kind of walking around looking at it, just kind of checking it out. Then there's a group of young nobles, young teenage boys and girls, who like kind of getting up their nerve, and then the first one opens the door and steps through, and the others kind of one after the other follow.
Who all's are y'all there with me outside the okay, there's one. Zem's
Yes.
there. Luna's there. Are you with us, Spot? Or are you?
Sure.
So, Almir gestures with his hand and starts to walk forward,
Okay.
entering the villa.
Follow you into the dragon's mouth.
That's right.
So
Well, they only pop up every once in a while. That's how all the dragons make their money.
So you walk inside, and you find yourself in a where was it here? A 60 by 60 foot blank space. Like it's just is simply a stone floor. And as you step through, each of you kind of get popped into a different space 5 feet away from everybody else. From a real world example would be like when you log into an MMO and everyone logs into the same area of like a town, but you're not on each other. You're just kind of placed in a blank area. That's really what happens here. And outside of this 60 by 60 foot area, there are off to the left on the left hand wall is a big long row with well constructed like lines for paying, where there are right now there's only 4 people sitting at the standing at these stations, with people at the counter purchasing various things, but there's room for 6 other stations. And to the right of it, heading back, so the entire floor is about 600 feet wide in both directions, 600 feet square. And you see stairs going up in the middle, and there are rows and rows of inventory, and you see big signs that say like potions, scrolls, various types of magic items, right? Rings, all this stuff. You see in the back, you see general goods, and you see nice silk rope and backpacks and all these other things. and just little signs kind of pointing out what's in various areas. And the sign pointing upstairs says moderate to very rare items of magic in use. You also see, before, just as you would step into and enter the area of all of these aisles of goods, a huge sign hanging actually above the checkout counter, and it reads, "No haggling or bartering. Payment only in gold, platinum gems, and banknotes from Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, and Calamshan." And there's a good number of people here already. And you see people of all different types of dress, many of them obviously not from Waterdeep.
Primarily the first floor's common-ish stuff.
Common, uncommon, maybe, yeah. In terms of magic items, and also looks like non-magical items. So
Gotcha.
just finely made adventuring gear.
Got it. Anybody need their Anybody need their boots of winter kind?
Hopefully Jenkins with us.
No, he's not. He already went out.
Well, then you'd have to buy a pair for him, because I know he wanted one.
All right, back in. Peruse the downstairs, see what the prices are like. I mean, of course, looking at healing potions, things like that.
So healing potions. So currently, so this is still early on. So the market. So the price for healing potions looks to be what you would expect. So it's 50 gold for a regular healing, 200 for a greater, 600 for a superior, 1200 for a supreme.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's any. What about? Are there any potions of haste?
Are there any potions of haste? Yes, there most certainly are.
And what are those going for?
Well, the question would be, is haste a rare potion?
I don't think it's rare. I think it's uncommon, but I could be totally wrong.
Well, let's just take a look here real quick.
Yeah, do your magic. Do your magic of looking around.
I guess I should probably open up D&D Beyond for magic items, huh?
Oh, I could do that.
So, a potion of haste or speed. It's actually a potion of speed.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So a potion of speed is
very rare.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Which means it's 1,200 gold.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody, while I'm debating and figuring stuff out, is anybody else looking or thinking of stuff? And if you say prices are normal, can we look up stuff?
Not everything is normal. But yeah. In fact, so the potion, actually, I should look. So I was just doing healing potions at first. So the potion of speed. Roll. Make me a 2d6 roll. Roll 2d6 for me, please.
2d6. I know it's no haggling and all that. There you go, right in the middle.
Yeah. So it's common price. It's 1,200.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
No. It would be 600.
Oh, I see. So no, it is slightly less actually.
Okay.
So it is going to be It's going to go down. It's going to be 600. Wait a minute, 66 off 60 gold.
540.
So it'll be 1140. 1140.
Okay, I thought it was 6. All right, so it's 12. All right.
2.
That'd be off 120,
4,
wouldn't it?
5, right? So 20, 15, 10, 5. Yep, nope, that's right.
All right. Is there any? While I'm trying to figure this in my head, is anybody else thinking of anything that you need to restock potions or healing or anything?
I'm thinking that the second.
I was just thinking of a potion of speed that you guys could carry, Monk and you over there.
Is there a wand of speed that we can just cast it on ourselves?
Oh, that one I don't know.
There isn't, but you do see some signs around saying, "Ask us about
order.
about making a special order."
I don't have enough money for it, so I ain't gonna ask.
I'll ask.
So there are some people kind of just walking around. You don't see a lot of given the way things are in here. You don't see a lot of security, but you
Every once in a while.
you get the feeling that a place that's built of magic, that holds this much magic, probably has some incredible security.
Suddenly we start seeing people disappear from inside the store. Poof.
Let's see what happens here. Wow. So, you see, there's you've been you're looking around. You're looking for somebody to ask about a special item, and out of the corner of your eye, you catch a red glare, and it's a pillar of red light that comes down, and no noise. And within the red pillar, you look over, and there is this young man with like greasy black hair, and with a wild look in his eye, looking around. Goes to the edge of it and goes to kind of touch the border, trying to push through the edge of the red light, and his hand just instantly sears in a gout of flame. You see him yell in like obviously in just intense pain, but you don't hear anything. And the next thing you know, the light and that person disappear. Everyone on the first floor here sees it. And there's a couple of people that just kind of nod their head, shrug, go back to shopping. So there are some people walking around that are looking like they're just there to help people.
So I do ask about that wand of speed.
So you walk up to this young human female, red hair, and she's like, "Hello, yes, how can I help you?"
I'm looking for a wand of speed.
Oh, special item. Wand of speed. So a wand that can cast haste, right?
Yes.
Aha. Okay. Hold on one sec. I will have to go check with our procurement specialist. Go ahead and continue browsing. I shall be back shortly.
And I've never heard, even though it says this place pops up in like 7 different cities, I've never heard of it.
Well, that's what you eventually will learn, is that on the 21st day of High Sun, it popped up in so it showed up all of a sudden in Luskan, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, Athkatla, which is the capital port city of Amn, and Kalimport. So
And this is the first time it's popped in?
yes, so overnight it all of a sudden appeared in 5 cities. And from what you've seen of the various people in here, it looks like everybody gets transported to the same store, wherever this is.
Gotcha. So the storefront is in the cities. The store could possibly not be.
Correct.
I'm going to start asking more about, and it's interesting. It's my interest. Who is the owner? What business owns this besides Axel? That's what I want to try and ask. And I'm not digging information out of people. I'm just asking, going, this is amazing. I'd like to find out who runs this place, who owns this place, who decided to make their, to create this place, that sort of thing.
People kind of, they look at like, I've seen the owner once. His name is Axel. There's really, nobody really knows much about him. He had a vision, had the money to make it happen, and here we are. That's all I really know.
But to have this much magic, that's where I'm overwhelmed with.
Mm-hmm. Especially since magic, for as long as you can remember, has been scarce. Like, and you know enough about Laurel Silverhand and the Blackstaffs and Elminster and such, that the idea of making magic available throughout the realms and ultimately Mistra's goal is to make magic available to everyone. The farmers in the field should be using it to plow and make greater harvests, make life easier. And that's not the case. It hasn't been ever. There's always things that end up hoarding and controlling most of the magic in the world. So for this much of it to show up all at once, all of a sudden, is its own little mystery.
I want to use I'm going to step out. When I tell the others I'll be right back, I'm just going to step out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to Harper Pen talk to, who's it, Ileana? Who's the head of the Harper lady? Chick?
You don't have a connection with
I have-
her on your pen.
Oh, that's right. She's got to be within 60 feet from the beginning, from when it's in
Exactly.
the morning.
In the morning.
All right, never
yes.
mind. Never mind. Then I will. I should have a spell here.
And it's Revalia Haventree.
It's Revalia.
Remalia. That was what it was. Yes,
I do
Revalia
not.
Haventree.
I do not have it memorized, so I just don't know if I. All right, I'll go back in. I'm gonna go up and check out the good stuff. You guys, if you wanna, I'm just gonna finish my soup. You guys chat.
Haste is level 2, right? Or 3.
Level 3.
It's level 3, yes. Okay.
Haste is level 3.
So, okay. Is anyone else looking for anything specific, or no?
That'd be. You said custom stuff is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll have to come up with an idea and bring it at some point. Right now is not the time.
Yep, no problem. No problem. All right. So, Luna, Spot, nothing you're looking for?
Two items I'd be curious about would either be Bracer's Defense or like a Dagger of Warning.
Oh, so
Dagger of Warning is normal green. The Bracers are wondrous, so I don't know if I could afford those or not.
so it doesn't do it that way.
I'd be more leaning towards Dagger of Warning, probably.
So a weapon of warning, is just an uncommon. So where is? Oh, here it is. So 90. Okay. They most definitely do. They have daggers of warning. Roll me 2d6.
Okay.
Yep. So it is 400 gold.
I'll take a chance and spend 400 gold.
Okay. You go up and you purchase yourself a dagger of warning. You'll be able to attune to the next time you can sit down for an hour.
Okay.
What else?
I only had one slot. The Bracers of
defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're wondrous, so.
Bracer defense is rare. So they did have one pair on display. I'm just going to do this real quick. And it was, they were 4,000 gold.
Oh yeah. Definitely out of my price range at the moment.
Yep.
But I think this is better for the group who I went with.
Okay. Spot, and were you just look for something, or?
No, I have no slots left and no need for magical items usually. So.
Yep. All right. So Alamir, she comes back after a little bit here. So a special, right? So 4. And 3rd level. And she go ahead and actually, and this is a special order. So yep. She comes back, and she says, yes, sir, we can do that. That is possible. It would be, to create such an item would take about 30 days on average. It can be plus or minus depending on how the resources and how well things go. But 30 days on average, and would cost 7,800 gold.
That's a bit out of his pay grade.
It's way out of my. That's 10 times what I got. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would be pretty cool for a wand that could just cast haste.
Mm-hmm.
So
I honestly don't think of any, unless we want to stock up on healing potions, guys. There's nothing here that I need.
If you're close, I can donate some money to you. I'm guessing you're about like me, though.
We all are. I don't think we'd have it all, but all of us together would have it. So
How much would a 5-pack of extra healing potions be?
Extra. You mean of greater healing?
Yeah, greater. Sorry, yeah.
Would be 1,000 gold. The only breaks in cost is if you buy a full box of a dozen. Then
do we
then-
want to
much
buy a
break-
dozen?
How much breaking cost?
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's 25% off, it'd be worth it.
No, it's 10% off. It's 10%. Which
So you
is,
get one free, basically.
Buy 11, get one free.
Yeah, I mean you basically get a little more than one free. So if you're looking at, so instead of 2,400, it's 2,160.
Oh, that's actually almost 2.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
So if we-
I would be interested in several if the group wanted to go in on that. But if not, I can buy.
Well,
a
if we
couple.
get 12 and there's 4 of us, we just each take 3. And then we each give, you said 21 something, so we're looking at 600 each, 600, less than that, 510 each.
If there's one
500.
single thing, if there's one single thing that can swing combat in the right situation, that would be it. Right?
True.
So, I mean, it's
Almir doesn't heal people, but he's all for it.
I'm open to joining in on it. If anybody else wants
what
to.
about up and downer over there?
That's fine. I don't care.
So you said
I
21
can
something.
run over and give you guys health potions faster than you guys probably can.
who needs health
You
potions?
said 2140, Tom?
2,160.
So what's that divided by 4?
540.
So that was all the money we got last game, right? That you divvied up to us?
I gave everybody their cut, so everybody take off 540 and we'll have a dozen. You said greater?
Greater.
Yeah, greater.
That's better than sucky.
Mm-hmm.
So 540. 541. Remove and everybody take 3 greater.
So okay. I love how that just doesn't do that. So potions.
Yeah, I just gave myself 3 graders.
So greater healing, yeah. So that is, yeah. So if you use your full action, that's 20 hit points.
Do they buy items?
It does not look like they do.
Just out of curiosity, what's a wand of fireball run here?
Somebody else likes the fire.
Throw a fireball at me, this way I could throw one back at you. I mean, no, I'd never do that.
Well, first let's see if they have it. They do. And then let's see what the current price is. So
A little less.
a little less. So it would be 3,800.
Someday I'll be rich.
Somebody's got the Cloak of Displacement, right? That was Barry. You got that now, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Remember, Sentinel Shield does not cost attunement.
So, aside from the little mystery this presents, everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. So you purchase your items, you head out, and you pop right back into the street, and you notice this is now you realize why the building is set back a little bit from the street itself, because now you have a good area of room that people can pop back in without immediately being like in front of, you know, a cart heading down the street and get run over and so forth. All right, you have gone in and checked out Axel's Wondrous Emporium. Thank you for visiting. What would you like to do now?
I don't know about you guys. You can do whatever you need. I need to go talk to Nair. And I can do that later. I don't think it's going to take me all day to go talk to her. Unless we find some place to do smoochy or something. I mean, she is a hot turtle. Once you go turtle, you never go back.
For the record, were you two ever like dating or anything? Or just
No.
friends? I thought it was just friends.
There's friends.
Okay. Just
I'm
clarify.
always game to check out.
There may have been
puzzles.
some flirty back and forthing, but it was more like, I will just have to crush you if you keep doing this.
Okay. All right.
Not sure if he was talking to me or the turtle or. I'm confused now.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. I agree.
Trying to figure if I said something now.
So
I'll crush you.
So what's next? Going to find these people? Going to see how Hef is doing?
I was just telling you what Elamir needs to do. If you want to go visit Hef, go ahead, Zeb. I mean, I don't need anybody with me to go talk to Nair. I'm just dropping off the scroll of the Dragonhorn potential
You already
readings.
Actually, you already, or did you ask? You asked to do that.
I asked them if I could have it back so I could deliver it specific.
That's right. And so you know.
They said yes.
And you know that very specifically that will then go to the palace.
Kid. Yeah.
Would
That's where
we
she
want?
was.
Would we want to escort you over there, and then if you want us to hang around, great. If not, we can go see Hef while you
I mean, it's up that area and anyway.
collaborate.
It's up to you guys. I don't care.
I just figured it'd be safe if you got the scroll. Make sure you get wherever you need to deliver it, since we've already been attacked once in town last night.
It's fine with me. So I'm asking, is there anywhere you guys need to go? Monkey Boy, Ninja Boy, do you need to go anywhere?
The two questions I have, obviously the one visiting Hef is on my list. However, the host tower of the Arcane, I'd like to learn a lot more about that because I was told to keep a close eye on that. And so what does this group know about the host tower of the Arcane?
That's where we came from. That's the Luskin Tower.
That's the Luskin. That's what that was. Okay.
Yes, that is the, and you know something about it because they may not be an evil organization, but they are considered a
terrorist group.
Well, no, but they're considered an amoral organization of wizards. So
They're just misunderstood.
yeah,
That's all.
They can't get on any flights. That's all we got to say.
So this is the easiest way to explain it. So as far as the Order of the Gauntlet is concerned, they are on par, only slightly better than the Zentarum.
Oh, wow.
The
Have you seen To Catch a
Zentarum-
Predator?
Yes.
I mean, the Zentarum have
That's
a very
them.
specific political
Got it.
power agenda, right?
Got it.
The host
Yeah,
tower
power.
Arcane doesn't necessarily have that kind of controlling oppressive agenda. They really they limit their power in terms of the city of Luskin. They have a huge amount of control in Luskin. They don't look to really extend it openly. But the main issue with them is that whereas, let's say, there is a wizard researching some kind of historical magic here in Waterdeep, there are rules and guidelines you have to follow. You cannot do certain things. You cannot use certain types of magic, right? You know, you
So
can't
cloning is bad.
take human beings and use them as part of an experiment, and and turn them into and traumatize them. The Host Tower of the Arcane has no guidelines or limitations. Whatever your interests are as a wizard, you have free reign to pursue them however you wish.
So they don't follow NATO.
Correct.
Got it.
Okay. If you want to go talk to, I'm going to the palace to talk to Nair.
So before we break up, though, guys, people have been asking us, what is our name?
Mhm.
Are we still just going by the Heroes of Hill's Edge?
Sounds good to me.
It's fine.
I was thinking Alexion's, 11, but we're short a few. But we could have lost them.
Don't
Who's
we have
Alexion?
multiple personalities?
You haven't heard the stories?
I have not. I am a monk.
My God, you need to drink more.
That's a different faction of monk.
So, Hills, something about Heroes and Hill's Edge, yeah.
The Heroes of Hill's Edge officially, even though not everyone is from Hill's Edge.
Good enough.
We could be the
Okay.
good guys from Greenest.
I was going to say, the only one that hasn't been is Zem, so that would be if it's his sticking point, that
Well,
he
you
would.
guys do that.
Or
I'll
did
just
he
be right
join the group? Because we were known as that before he joined us, so.
Got it.
But that's why I was asking the question to the group of, are we still going by that, or do we have something better? The Harper Secret Agents, the HSE? HSA? We provide insurance. We're the HSA. We're not very secret if we have a name, though, so.
No.
All right. So then, I will assume that is it then. So you're gonna
Yeah,
go
we'll
by the
just-
Heroes of Hill's Edge.
We are he. Heroes of Hill's Edge.
The-
HHE.
The Ho, H-O-H-E. You are.
Just HHE. Heroes of Hill's Edge.
Oh yeah. Haha.
He. We are he.
Or you're Ho-He. Ho-He.
Well, yeah, if you put the of in there, but
All right. Awesome.
Okay, then if we break up, then I'm fine with that. But as I follow Zem to go visit, whatchamacallit, I hand out whenever I see the kids on the streets, especially if I can tell they're Harper faction on the street, because they use the kids a lot. I will hand out silver to them, saying, don't steal anybody's gold. If I know we're in an area of town where we need to keep a lower key, I'll direct them to the other areas that are easier to get, and then tell them to run off.
Very good. All right. And you there is a lot of activity in the city at this time. More so
Because of the
than
magic.
it's there is some people walking around with minor magic items. So with like common glamour weave, changing what they look like.
The cloak of billowing.
Yes,
when
cloak
it's-
of billowing, like
when it's not windy out.
lots of nobles and wealthier merchants and stuff, like showing off the stuff they've bought in the last week. And it's kind of, it's different. It's changed the way the interactions on the street. But you don't see
You're gonna
anything.
tell us they
anything
found
major.
Eberron.
Like you don't see anyone else walking down the street with a cloak of displacement on. All right. So who's going with Alamir to
I'll
the
escort
palace.
Alamir, and then I would go over see Hef afterwards if Alamir didn't want me to hang around.
Yes. So
I would assume you're going with one or the others. Otherwise, you're walking alone through the city streets if you're trying to prevent that.
all right. So Pergeron's palace, as it is called, named after the very first open lord of Waterdeep. You make your way to the palace, and you are allowed entrance after stating your names and business, and shown inside. Rather than be where you went before when you were taken to the council chambers, you are taken to a northern wing of the palace, and there are some, and once there, you go down into the lower levels, just really down 2 levels, and they're into a series of chambers, large chambers, and there's a group of people with lots of scrolls and books sitting in it's not really a library room, or it's a study, and there's a large table with a bunch of people sitting around it, and you see 2 people there. One is Nair, and the other is Macath the Crimson, who you had recently dropped off in Luskan. Are you there, Alamir? Or did we?
He looks like he walked away.
Oh,
here he comes
did.
back.
Oh my gosh. I didn't notice he was gone.
Now you got to say it all over again because he didn't take his headset with him.
The only time you didn't wear your headset when you walked away so you could listen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you're 2 levels down. You were taken to 2 levels down in the palace, and you are in a large study with a huge table with people sitting around it with piles of books and scrolls and stuff. And the 2 people in the room that you recognize, and there's about 9 people in here. The one is Nair, and the other is Macath the Crimson, who you had just left off in Luskan a few days ago, or I guess it would be 7 days ago at this point.
When I enter, who's with me?
You and Luna.
Okay, Luna's standing there.
Yep.
I'm going to wait to see if there's any acknowledgement of my arrival. Not that I'm looking for a Norm, but just to see if they see who's coming in.
Some people look up, but that does not include Nair. She is fully engrossed in a book. And as well as Macath the Crimson, they're both looking at the same book, and they're conferring together.
I will come up behind Nair, and I will say, not in a whisper but just in a low voice, something along the lines of something to bring back a memory of the conversations that we had, the whole why thing of our studies. Like, why did Professor Gringot, whatever, always want us to recite it 3 times before, just to have her react?
And she cocks her head, and she slowly turns, and a big smile crosses her face. Ali, so good to see you.
And I'll reach around her over her shoulders and
And she
Give her
reaches
the
back. She
the
gives
friendly
you-
hug.
Yep, she gives you a hug. I was told you were here, but I did not think that I would have a chance to see you. How have you been?
I tell her, well, I know she's graduated. I ask her how her research is going, and that they couldn't have brought anyone better in this specific um, um, way, or of a specific what's the word I'm looking for? Specific subject as a subject matter expert from Candlekeep. And I pull out the scroll. Is it scroll or scrolls?
It is a singular scroll.
I take it. I bring out the singular scroll, and I say to the group at the table, since whether they're listening in or not, I mean, everybody's doing something different, and I will put the scroll down on the table, and I will say, I think this will help our understanding of what's going on. Here is the scroll of the Drakenhorn, whatever is it the Drakenhorn, the Drakehorn?
The Draken, the
Yeah, Drakenspiel, the Glockenspiel.
Drakenhorn, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I've got it here. The Drakenhorn. Yeah, the Drakenhorn.
No, it is the Drakenhorn.
The code.
I'm thinking of
The code.
Yeah, it's not the actual code, but
Really, you had me write that down. That's right there.
it is.
Drakenhorn code.
And specifically, it is not the actual code itself, but it is notes and references to the Drakenhorn use.
All right, then we'll go with that. And I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's fine. It's the whole purpose of the scroll is to try to decipher the code, the code itself. But there was you did not find an actual code. You just found something that hopefully gives enough information about the Drakhorn's notes and reverberations to be able to decipher its meanings.
And then I say to Nair that I know the best minds are working on this right now, and I dare not interrupt anymore. But I would love for her to come and do a dinner. I don't know if the inn is the best place to have it, or if there's somewhere where we can meet. But I know the inn is safe, but it's also on the other side of town.
Right, and there are places right here by the palace, like just directly east of it, that would be. I mean, there is no place near the palace is very well patrolled.
Okay.
And Castle Ward in general is safe, relatively safe.
So that is my plan for the evening.
And she agrees, and is very excited to meet you for dinner. So you make plans for that very night.
Yep.
And yeah, and then she and while you were talking, Macath had excused herself to go find more resource material for what they were currently looking at, and then goes back goes to find other resource material when you pull out the scroll, and everyone dives in and is engrossed looking over the scroll and other references and research material as you leave.
So they pull it out, they look at it, they turn it over, they turn it back, and it's blank.
Yeah.
It's in secret code. It's on lemon juice. All right. And I tell Nara I'm going to finish up some business here in town, and I will meet her at the restaurant, 6-ish, whatever.
Only visible on the night of the,
yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, which was last night. Oh wait, gotta wait a month.
Great.
All right.
So that I'm good with Nair and the castle.
Okay.
Is it you next, Zaire? Was it Zaire? Are you going with the
Huckleberry Finn to check on Griffin Boy, or talking to your brotherhood about the Wizards of Luskin?
Griffin boy.
Okay, so we're gonna go visit Hal Sparks.
All right. So, let's see.
Now, are you alone? Did you go to Griffin Boy by yourself?
I thought
Good.
somebody was joining me, but I
Nope.
wasn't sure.
I
Spot?
went with Zem.
Okay. So then, Luna, you and I
Me
can
and
just hang
Zem went
around
that way, and
the area.
you and Luna went the other way.
That's
it.
work. That's fine.
So Zem
I went to
and
protect the
Spot,
scroll.
you head right up the high road to the upper downs in the north part of the city, out where you know they do all the griffin training. And I need, so Zem, go ahead and roll me. Just gotta look here. So you started. Right? Yeah. So 13th to 29th, so it's been 16 days. Excellent. Go ahead and roll me 2d10, please. Okay. So you get there, and you see, some griffins flying information up in the sky. There are 6 of them. And there's one in the lead from like an arrow point formation, 2 on either side behind, another 2 fanned out, and then 1 in the center behind the leader. And you immediately recognize riding the lead griffin is Hef. And they're going through various swoops and dives and such. And to his immediate right is a woman that you recognize as Captain Kalen, who is the current person in charge of the Griffin Riders. And after a little bit, they come down and they land over by one of the large tents.
I assume Zem and I head over.
Okay.
Does
Looks like you went
Elamar and I
AFK for a
make it?
minute. See, you're just doing this in the wrong order, Tom. You should have done him first while he was here, and then Martin had left, and now he's
Does
gone. Oh, he's back. Never mind.
Does Elamar and I make it there before they land, or
No.
We were just hanging around town.
They
I
went
thought.
straight there. If you got you
Okay.
guys heading up there after you're done.
I would be if Elamar wants to go?
I mean, I
I
will.
thought the point was to stick together
Yeah.
per Luna, so that people aren't running off by themselves.
I was escorting the scroll to its end point, making sure it got there no matter what.
The
But
scroll
then,
was
then
important.
you're just
The
running
person
away
was
from
not.
Elamir and letting him on his own. So if he gets kidnapped, oh well.
Yeah.
Got it.
Nice.
Eh.
If
So,
if Luna wants to go, he can. No big deal. Alamir will just read out in the park. Study his book, go into a trance, do whatever.
okay. Well, so you're not going there?
I don't know what time it is.
So it's still, so right now it would be still mid-morning.
Okay, then I'll go. I didn't know it was mid-afternoon.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's you because you left right after breakfast. So.
Well, we went to the Magic Emporium. That's all.
Oh yeah, you didn't spend. That's true. But I don't think you would have spent more than an hour there at most. Um. So
Okay.
you walk over and Hef sees you and excitedly waves and runs up um and greet you all. That's wow. It's this has been such an exciting several weeks. So I assume everything went well. Like did you find the lair? Well, of course you did. How did it go?
Yeah, and I turn the enthusiasm around, knowing this is his moment, his thing, and so turn it basically saying, how is this going? You tell us about this. Yes, we got business stuff to talk about, but
I just
hey.
hold up my hand with like 2 fingers missing, and I go, "Just kidding. That's fine."
Exactly.
Nice. So Hef
You know what I
is-
mean? Trying to cherish his moment, to have him feel good is the goal.
So Hef is kind of looks a little sheepish and he's like, it's been going okay. Yeah, not too bad. And as he's kind of fumbling.
But you're flying lead. That's awesome.
Just training. It's just training. And at that moment, as he's saying this, you see Captain Bellabranta walk up, and she's extremely young. What you've heard in the city is she is by far the youngest captain of the cavalry in the cavalry's 268-year history. And she walks up and she says, Hef is being so modest. He has outperformed any rider in the history of the cavalry. He has as of the in the first few days of his training, had already mastered and had at his command all of the training griffins that we use.
Wow, impressive.
Extremely. And she turns and says, and he also somehow won over Dream Chaser, one of last year's broods that we had thought would never submit to any rider. And you see, behind the griffin that Hef was riding is yellow with a brown head, blue and green wings, and dark brown fur with pale yellow stripes. Is not as large as some of the other griffins in the area, but has a demeanor about it that just seems to command respect from all of the griffins around it.
So seemingly a natural-born leader kind of griffin is what I'm hearing. So, yeah.
Or kind of the maverick who, when they put their mind to it, just once they decide that they want to take command, everyone else naturally follows. And
well, I am very effusive of my praise of Hef and slapping him on the back and talking all the positives about that and listening intently about all the tales of Dream Tracer.
And and so he tells you all about him. And the last thing, and not wanting to interfere with the moment, Captain Bellabranta will give we'll just say a final praise, something to the effect of to the effect of Hello, Hef. Yes. Hef, or Blue Eagle as we call him, is actually on his final day of training with the griffins. Whenever you are all ready to meet your griffins, I believe he is ready to introduce you to them. And she nods and walks away.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So Blue Eagle is his call sign.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes you over to meet there's another outside another tent where you can see like there's feeding troughs and different areas for grooming and taking care of the griffins. And there is a group of 5 griffins sitting off to the side. And he takes you over. He says, well, perhaps we'll need everyone here to do the official training, but you two can meet your griffins right now, if you would like.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
So he takes you over, and you see. So he first Zem. He calls out. He yells out, "Goldwing!" And this griffin with a white and yellow head and gold tinged wings of yellow and orange feathers, and the body has yellow fur, stands up and comes loping over, kind of takes a it's a large griffin too, much larger than Hef's Dream Chaser. And Goldwing comes over, and Hef goes, "This Goldwing is the largest and strongest of the 1,500 DR hatchlings, and was a natural leader of all the young griffins. So, and this is the one whose demeanor and personality I think would match well with you, Zem."
Well, very good. I am humbled by your choice, and I will do my best to take care of my stead with, of course, some of your assistance and instruction.
Of course. And Spot? And he calls out, "Windcatcher! Windcatcher,
I love the name.
please." And you see this griffin in the far back, a little kind of away from everybody, just kind of like pops its head up and looks over and pauses a little while. It's a pale blue head with orange racing stripes along the cheeks. Has pale blue wings with orange tips and orange fur with black spots like a sleek leopard. And you see Windcatcher, the griffin, leaps into the air. It's only a short distance. It could have easily walked over, but it leaps into the air, flips over, and then barely catches itself. Catches enough wind as it free falls back down to the ground to be able to come and trot over the last 20 feet to stop abruptly in front of all of you.
Such a show off. I smile and look at it.
Yeah, and I lean over to Hef and I say, "Good choice. Good choice."
As soon as she learned to fly, Windcatcher proved herself to be a daredevil, swooping in dives and pulling out at the last second, twirling around, close to obstacles. No one has ridden her more than once, except for the top trainers and myself.
So I got my work cut out for me.
I think you two will get along well.
Well, at least I can slow fall if she kicks me off.
And about that time, Luna and Alamir come walking up. Does Alamir have his headset on?
I don't know.
Nope.
Nope.
Here he
Doesn't look
comes.
like it.
Here he comes.
No, he does.
Oh, he
Yep,
does.
All right.
He's here.
He listened.
So, Luna, as you come walking up, Hef greets the two of you, and then he turns and he yells out, "Twilight!" And you see a black gray head poke up from the grass. Violet tinged wings of white and black feathers, black fur with dark gray spots, and it comes trotting over, and you see the griffin immediately comes up to you, Luna, and begins sniffing and nudging you, and kind of playfully.
I definitely respond respectfully and kind.
It sniffs you all over, and Hef goes, "While all the griffins get along relatively well with each other and the humanoids around them, they, as a species, have little patience or interest in other creatures except as playthings or food. Twilight is the exception, and she works hard to get other creatures to trust her. She recently, I'm told right before I began training her, had spent a month nursing a wounded cat back to health. And while it doesn't stop her from killing and eating flesh, as griffins are carnivorous and have to eat meat, she does not hurt other living things needlessly. And when she has formed a bond with a creature, she becomes very protective of it." I think
Sounds like a match.
I think the two of you have a lot in common for sure.
She was black with a gray head, you say?
Black and gray head, violet tinged wings of white. Actually, you know what? Now that we're almost at the end here, let me look here.
I'll just copy it and paste it.
I'm pretty sure. I thought I had. Where did it go? I thought for sure I had all this down for you guys already.
By the way, Tom, I do have Altar of Mo for the trainer here if he wants to use something that I can provide.
Here we go. The griffins. This is in the general handouts. So here's everybody's griffins. So you can have all the information, descriptions, and stories.
Awesome.
So Alamir, she and we'll assume Jinx shows up at the end and gets introduced to Melody as well. But you see Hef look over and yell out, "Stargazer!" And a blue-tinged black and gray head with blue-tinged wings of black and gray feathers and black fur with a blue sheen stands up, sticking out starkly against the orange and green of the tents and the grass. And she very slowly begins to kind of walk over, carefully looking at each and every one of you. And Hef says, "Now Stargazer loves to sit quietly at night and stare at the stars. That's how she got her name. She is a little more timid than her sisters, and prefers reconnaissance and message running to actual combat. She is a perfectly capable fighter, but she simply prefers to observe from a safe distance." And he introduces Stargazer to you, and Stargazer kind of looks into your eyes.
And I into hers. And try and make a connection.
Um,
Now
So-
everybody roll your animal handling.
yeah. So everybody go ahead and roll animal handling as you meet your griffins. Roll with advantage as Hef is introducing you.
Alamir's runs away.
She is very timid.
So is Alamir.
So, okay. So Spot, I think it,
Yeah, I rolled before you said advantage, so I got a 20 and a 10, so I got a
Yep.
20.
and Luna, the 24. So
Yeah.
so Spot and Luna, your griffins immediately sense kinship and take to you right away. You will have no problems at all. Zem, yours definitely also connects with you. It will take a little bit of training to get to the point where you want, but you, it's not going to be, not going to be an issue. 14 is good enough that you could probably get on and ride her right now and not have an issue.
But Alamir.
So we have a tentative agreement at the moment. Got it.
Yes.
At least you have a tentative agreement.
She has accepted you, but you also have to remember she is used to being in charge too. So it makes sense that she would feel a connection, but still feel like she needed to keep some semblance of formality.
Assert her authority.
Yes. And it also makes really good sense that, regardless, so Alamir, Stargazer, is just simply very timid. And Hef says, don't worry, Alamir. Once she learns that you are not going to put her in unnecessary danger, she will learn to trust you. It will just take time.
Understood. And I'll be right back.
Yep. So, and Hef says, my training ends today. So tomorrow we can spend the day. If you come back and bring Jinkin with you, and we will spend the day training. It will take. Well, it might take. I'm not sure how long it will take for Alamir and Stargazer to create their bond, but I'm sure we can do it in a day. All we need at this point is for the Griffins to connect and trust each of you enough to allow you to ride them and obey your commands. So, are you available? Can you come back tomorrow?
As far as we know, we are at this moment,
I think so.
depending on what the leadership of the town calls upon us.
Excellent.
I do. When would be a good time if I could talk to the master trainer here, which I'm guessing is captain?
The captain, but Hef is the one in charge of that. Like, if you want a time, Hef would just say to come first thing in the morning.
No. I got something else I was wanting to talk to her about real quick.
Oh, yes. So Captain Bellabranta would be, if it's related to Hef,
It could be, yes.
then you would want to speak to her.
Yeah. I'd call her off to the side and basically explain to her, since I'm a wonder of the wild, I found in my nature sometimes it helps to become the beast that we're trying to work with, to bear work with it. And I actually have a special ability that could bring Hef to become a griffin for a short period of time if she thinks that would help his training in best understanding them.
And
That's something I could.
She laughs and says that is interesting. And if you had brought that to me even a 10-day ago, well, actually, within the first couple days, I would have said yes. Let's try it. But at this point, I don't think there's much else Hef can learn from, or needs to learn about griffins. He has an amazing affinity and understanding of animals.
Okay. It was just an offer. She thought it would help if he could become a griffin himself.
Do do you see enough ability with him that maybe he should specialize in that and continue down that path instead of adventuring? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I have already told Hef that that he has a place here with the cavalry whenever he is ready. Definitely, I would love to have Hef be a permanent or long-term member of our group. So anything that you could do to convince him. He sounds fairly adamant that he cannot stay right now, but perhaps someday soon. No, there are others here, in that there are other people we are training that could probably benefit from that. But they'll be okay. We'll go through the normal training techniques, but yes,
If you have one that you really need, I can spend an hour concentrating. It'd be my gift to y'all for what y'all have done for Hef.
well,
I respect.
then certainly, then let's do that right now. And she looks over, and there's this looks like about Hef's age, maybe a year older, with very bright blonde hair, cropped close to his skull, lanky of body, kind of looking around at the griffins while he eats some lunch, and she yells out, "Lavar, you're done with lunch. There's a little, well, come over here." And he looks very worried. He comes over right away. Yes, ma'am. What is it? There's a special gift of magic that our friend here, Luna, has offered, and I think that it could help you tremendously. So for the next hour, you are going to be a griffin. And he's like, "What? Me? And he begins stammering and backing away, and she just looks at you, Luna, and nods her head.
I walk up, put my hand on him, and say, "Trust me." And then I ask her, would it be better for him transforming to a griffin in front of the other griffins, or off to the side?
Just do it.
Okay. I tell him, "Trust me," and I transform him, polymorph him.
And you turn him into a griffin. And he kind of jumps around for a little bit, and then he plays with the wings. And she says, if this is anything like the way he's done his normal training, it's going to be a while. You don't have to be here close in order for this to last the hour, right?
Well, let me see here.
I'm pretty sure.
Concentration up to an hour, so I'll do
matter
whatever
where
I
you
have
are.
to.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So thank you. If you just keep concentrating, but if you have other things you need to do, You can go do them. I thank you so much. That I believe this will be helpful. We shall see.
Just make sure he's on the ground before the hour's up.
Got it. And she takes a close look at the sky and the shadows, and she says, "Yes, we shall do so."
So that's my job for next hour, doing wherever, holding my concentration.
All right. And that, and that is it. For you have all met your griffins. You can train with them tomorrow. And you have the rest of the evening, or rest of the day, up to the evening. And then one of you have something in the evening. Is there anything else anyone would like to do today?
Do we need to meet with the heads to see what they... Because last night they didn't want them to say that they might have something later today.
I think
Or do-
Bellabranta did. Not Bellabranta. I think Remalia did.
Or do we
who
want
had
to just
said
hold?
to go rest and come back and see what else had been learned maybe on the morrow. If you notice, I had put little marks around the main things that people go to in the city. So Haven. So Remalia is N18, so you can see right where that is. All right. So you're gonna go back to visit Remalia?
And everybody thinks we should.
You're muted, Alamir.
We can. Yeah, we say we can. I say we can. All she can say is she doesn't have anything.
Yeah. So you go back, you check in, and in fact, there is nothing new. She's still waiting for more reports. And in fact, she says that there is in this very evening, around 3 p.m., there is a meeting of the alliance that has been called. So the Council of Waterdeep will be meeting this afternoon. So as she says, tomorrow morning she should have more information. If not, at least she's hoping to. All right. So, if no one has anything special to do, you spend the rest of the day kind of relaxing, doing your thing. That evening, Alamir, you have your date with Nair. We can just narratively say it happened, unless there's something special you wanted to do. You're muted, so I see you shaking your head though.
Helm of comprehension. No, just catching up. That's all.
Yep, that's what I figured. Okay. All right. Spot, you have several opportunities during the day to help more of the groups of the kids in the streets. So for the most part, you guys spend a nice, relaxing day in the city of Waterdeep. You can see a bunch of people making fools of themselves with simple magic items.
So, people.
Yeah, basically, people being people.
I just hope there's not some sort of hook to those magical items.
So far, the one you bought seems to be working just fine.
The first time opportunity, I would swing over by my companions of the Emerald Enclave.
Mm-hmm.
Just have them kind of check it out, see what they thought, let them know where we got it, see what they think.
Oh, that is so. So that brings up one thing. if you mention the magic shop to them, to Ramalia, what you find out is that if it wasn't for the cult of the dragon and various important issues going on, that would be probably their top priority. They have actually dispatched what resources they can spare to try to research and find out the origins and the person involved running Axel's Emporium.
I do ask if they want the weapon I purchased there and one of the potions or all the potions I got to study them, or just keep them and see what happens.
They've already done their tests of the place and gone to visit themselves, and everything they can see says it's legit. And wherever they also have tried to discern where the main store is, and they cannot find it. If it is on this plane, it is very well hidden by powerful magic.
Interesting.
And so basically, and this would be probably the most meaningful to Alamir and possibly Jinx, but as players to at least a couple of the rest of you. But basically what they say is that it would take a wizard, it would take arcane magic at the level of someone as proficient as Elminster himself, or close to that, to be able to accomplish what has been done with the Emporium.
If everybody did not come with me, I'd definitely share all that with them, and especially Alamir.
Yep. Yeah, they would love to know the secrets of the Emporium and who's really behind it and where the Emporium is and all this stuff and where the magic items came from.
Are you giving us a side quest?
It would be a very extensive side quest.
Well, I can tell you, Axel.
Yeah, Axel. That's it. They don't know
Quest
if
over.
Axel is a real person or not.
Do we get a level?
Huh?
I said Axel. I figured it
Axel
out.
is the name of the dragon that's doing it all.
Yeah.
You don't get a level?
So,
Quest over.
One interesting thing they say, though, is that Axel, as a person named Axel, who supposedly was the proprietor of the place, was seen and met with people the very first day they opened. And in fact, where is it here?
Then he was killed.
No. But it's in Waterdeep. So Axel, and nobody recognized who it was. No one had ever seen him before.
It's not Axel Rose, is it?
Right here. So oh, I thought I had it, but I guess I didn't. Or I put it somewhere. I'll take a look. Oh, here it is. So his name is Axel Goodfellow, and dark hair, tan complexion, green eyes, just looks like a young human male. Very charming. Nobody has ever heard of him before, knows where he came from, no ideas. The only other thing, and you had noticed this when you were there, that people have noticed, is that all of the people who work inside the store are very pale humans. They only converse in common, and while they are very courteous and helpful, they refuse to talk about themselves or what they know about Axel in the store. That's all anyone knows at this point.
Yeah, all that made me more concerned.
So, all right. So then let's go ahead and jump ahead a little bit. So the next morning, you go and you back to Ramalia. She says, yes, there is a lot of interesting reports. King Melendrock came back and mentioned that the raids are continuing against the villages and towns of the Misty Forest. It is a green dragon that was known to have lived there and has never caused this much of a problem in the past. It's an adult dragon. An adult dragon by the name of... I'll have to look it up. I can't remember off the top of my head. So, and that's the only new report. They haven't heard anything new about Varum the White, though they're still looking for him.
What area is the green dragon in? Did you say?
So yeah, and the green dragon's name is Chuth, Chuth, the simplest name for a dragon you've ever heard in your life. Probably
Exactly.
short for something, but that's all.
And what area, Tom?
So the Misty Forest. So
Misty Forest.
if we look here
I
on
was
the
just
map,
putting in notes. Uh-huh.
So right now, whoa,
You want to open
let's
it for
go.
us?
Come on. So you're in Waterdeep. The
You
Misty Forest
need to
is
share it.
just east of Daggerford.
Okay, share it. We
Oh,
don't see what
sorry.
you're looking
I totally didn't bring you guys over. My bad.
at. There you go.
All right, there we go. So you're in Waterdeep right now, right?
Mhm.
And this is the Misty Forest.
Got it.
So not that far away.
With a castle called Dragon Spear Castle. Maybe we should use those.
Honestly, don't even remember what that is. But yeah, but that's where King Melendrock and the Wood Elves live. So but she says she believes that if no further news comes in, that perhaps maybe after you're done training with the Griffins, you should take a trip down and see what you can find out.
We could do that. That sounds like an easy thing to do.
I mean, you might as well spend a day training with the Griffins. The Griffins will allow you to travel relatively quickly.
Right.
I say that without somewhere in my... If I remember correctly, let me just look here real quick. Or actually, is it... I didn't put it in the handout, did I? Of course not. Why would I do something so useful as that? Nope, I didn't. Of course I didn't. I've got it somewhere. Yeah, I didn't put it here either. Great, Tom. Why didn't you do that? Right here, Griffin. So a Griffin can fly. So the way the system works, the way 5e does the system is if like a Griffin flies has a speed of 80 feet, that is 8 miles per hour. So you go 3 hours plus an hour rest, 3 times a day, and you can fly an additional hour and gain a point of exhaustion that's then recovered for a total travel distance of 80 miles. So you can go 80 miles in a day on a griffon, which is pretty darn good. 4 times faster than if you were walking, and still over 3 times faster than being on a fast horse.
Oh, and there I'm back. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there you are back. I can see you.
All of a sudden, everything said disconnected, and I was like,
Nice. All right. So the next day. Oh, is that why I have a text? Yep. So the next day you go out to train with your griffins. This time, Alomir, and so Zem, Luna, Spot, you are easily able to get on and begin riding your griffins. Alomir, Hef has some special treats for you to give to your griffin.
Does my helm, can I understand the griffins, or is that not part of the understanding?
No, because griffins do not speak a language.
They go caw.
They do, but that's not. You can't speak to animals with your helm comprehending.
That's fine. I didn't want to speak to them. I wanted to hear what this one's looking at me going, "You touch me, I bite you. I'm not touching." That's what I was trying.
No, it does not.
That's
But I am
well.
very timid with her. I'm taking time. Treats, whatever it takes.
Excellent. So go ahead and make an animal handling check. I'll tell you what. First, Hef is going to make a roll, which, you know what? I don't even have Hef up, so let me pull Hef up. It's been a few weeks since I needed him. So Hef is first going to make a roll.
Really?
Yeah, it's not the crit, it's just the 15. But that is good enough for you to get advantage on your check. That's better. She will let you touch her, she will let you ride her, but Hef says, let's just take this easy.
Oh, I don't do anything but.
Yep. And
I've got my levitation spell all ready to go.
And so he suggests to you that you and she go and you sit together at her favorite spot in the meadow, and just kind of watch the birds and other people flying around and stuff. Just kind of spend some time just watching, which is her favorite thing to do.
Sounds good
while to me. Zem and Luna and Spot and Jinkin, and actually, I do have Jenkins here. Let me do a. Yeah, so Jinkin is starting off where same spot where Zem is starting off. So connection, but room to work. And you go and you begin doing formations. He teaches you all how to give signals and control speed, go up and down, tell them when to land, communicate with them. They are relatively intelligent creatures with their own personalities. Anyone who's owned one of the more intelligent species of parrot, that's about basically what a griffin, the level of a griffin, and they do understand common and inflection the same way that intelligent dogs and other domesticated creatures do. And you spend several hours riding. Thank you, Luna. That's fantastic. Heth is very excited. He will definitely use that.
He deserved a graduation gift.
Well, that is a wonderful gift. Now that I mean, you can use it. It's just it kind of delays what you do by a whole round to use it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I think it'd be
And
every so often I'll be slipping my griffin little treats too. So
excellent. And actually, I still had it in on his character sheet, so now that is his third attunement slot. He tells everyone to be careful, because you are going to be flying high. He was given, so his all of the regular Griffin riders have either tokens or rings of featherfall. So each of you will be given a token. And I think, actually, did I create this? I think I may have. Let me see. Inventory, manage inventory. Did I? No, that's not it. Maybe I didn't. So here's what we'll do. We'll just say that each of you will be given a token, at least while you're training. If you fall off your mount, you will be able to cast Featherfall with it. It's a token that's good for one casting of Featherfall. And you just pin it somewhere so you can easily access it, like a parachute cord.
There would be one thing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, what is it?
There would be one thing I'd want to double check on. Since I have a tendency to sometimes change into other beasts, I'd be asking how it'd be best to train the griffin so they would know it's me and what I'm doing, so I don't scare them off the first few times and cause incidents.
That is a very good question. I would say that that shouldn't be a huge problem given the affinity that Twilight has for other creatures, but perhaps you should change in front of her.
I was thinking
into some
for the other three
to let her see it.
Yeah, I'd also be thinking about doing that for the other griffins too, so they'd know that's a member of the party that has that.
Yep, that is.
So I don't scare them off.
Yep, but not during training today. That is something to do at a future date, or maybe at the end. Maybe to do that at the end of the day. Definitely.
Sounds good.
All right, Alomir. So they land, and it's lunchtime. Go ahead and make another check with advantage, animal handling. And same thing, Zem as well.
A little better.
What am I rolling for again?
Just an animal handling with an advantage to see if you can improve from where you're at. You can't make it worse. You can only see if it improves.
Oh, Jenkins could.
No, he didn't make it worse. So
I can't
you're about
gain
at
better,
the same
so
spot, Zem. So doesn't about at the same spot. Slightly better since you broke 15. So, but definitely Goldwing is still very headstrong. Obeys what you say, but is very formal about it. Does not take your lead without you officially properly giving a command. All right. So after Alomir. So yes, Alomir. So you feel there is a totally different feel that you get from Stargazer now.
Okay.
She, rather than just kind of be near, she will seemingly accidentally kind of bump up against you or rub against you with her feathers or her beak, and
Right.
so there's touching where there wasn't touching before, and Hef says, "Well, I see that definitely worked. Excellent. I believe you can join us for the rest of the day's training, Alamir."
Then I will.
And you spend another couple of hours riding. This time, going to ride out beyond the walls to the north. One of the things that you've learned during lunch, Hef will tell you that he has been working. He's been getting a lot of ideas for enhancing the cavalry. Historically, the cavalry sticks around the city, trains, and responds to situations. He has suggested, since most of the time, unless there's an actual major attack or emergency in the city, the cavalry is just in training and sit and wait mode. So he's begun to suggest that they fly north and south of the for like a day to like go 80 miles north and 80 miles south of the city in different groups to patrol the roads and help keep the byways safe, especially to the north towards Daggerford, to the south, because to the north, like, you know, that road's still being built, so that doesn't need it to be traveled as much. And so there are groups that have been Captain Bellabranta has begun to do that. If the name sounds familiar, that's because she's the younger sister of the contact that Zem has for the Order of the Gauntlet. It's that Bellabranta's younger sister who is captain of the cavalry.
Nepotism, I see how it is.
What city doesn't have it?
Very true.
So, well, it also is the family that breeds the griffins. So, all right. So for the evening, more rolls from Zem and Alamir and Jinkin. Animal handling with advantage. Well, Jenkins got it down.
Alamir fell off.
Can somebody give Alamir inspiration or something?
That won't help with 3 or 14.
So it's okay because you're both fine. It's just you are both. You have a connection. They follow your commands. That is all that's needed to ride them places.
Right.
And it's just a matter of, it is that next level of connection that can create a truly deep bond.
The constant being over and over and over is what creates
Eventually you will get there, but
I know.
it didn't
Right now it's
happen
baby steps.
right away. And you know, Zem was or Hef was hoping that it would, but and obviously, and the fact that it happened for 3 of the group is amazing. So, all right. So that's the end of the day comes. You finish the training. Luna, what? You gather all together with the griffins. What 2 shapes are you going to turn into?
First one, I'd change into a griffin so they could all see me.
Okay.
I'd let mine smell me first, and then the others smell me.
Okay.
And then I'd transform back to human and give each of them a treat. Second one, I'd go into my hyena form. If they want to smell me, good. If not, that's fine. Then transform back human and give them 1 additional treat.
Okay. I'm going to just do a general
Are you always going to fly in griffin form, though? Otherwise, you should change into the other things that you will be flying along them with.
Yeah. Well, I figured if I went griffin form first, it would be less threatening to them. And then the hyena smaller than the other beast I'll change into
Or
later.
if you were a really hot griffin, then suddenly they might be like, "Rah, rah."
That's why I changed back quickly.
Oh, yeah. Just if you didn't notice, all the griffins are female.
Not Luna. Luna went full male.
So, yeah. So they, Heth is able to facilitate that without any problems, and and so they seem comfortable with the idea that you change shape, and he says after that, you seen how many days it's going to take?
It's like 3 weeks.
Yeah. That's appropriate for.
We're gonna stay like 8 feet off
Stargazer.
the ground the whole time.
Yeah. So it worked really well. So
I'll be the A10.
and with that check Hef did, Luna, he believes that they receive it well enough. He believes you could probably turn into almost anything as long as they saw you turn into it. They would accept it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get them comfortable in the beginning because,
Yeah, you don't
it
want
might
them to
surprise.
freak out and attack you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or run away.
That would be funny.
Just thinking
Griffins
ahead.
are unlikely to run away from anything short of a dragon. So
It can be a little short dragon.
yeah, they're all right. So Heth is going to stay and take care of them and have them ready. He says, just come get him whenever you're ready to go. He's ready to go anytime. All right.
Did I ever see the young boy I polymorphed yesterday? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, yeah, he would definitely be here today.
Just wanted to see if he was scared running from me or what his reaction was when he saw me.
No, roll 2d10 for me.
Okay. It's just one of those curiosities.
So, Captain Villabranta comes up and she, during one of the breaks, and she thanks you, and points out the young man, and he is sitting astride and practicing with some takeoff and landing techniques with one of the griffins, and she says that it definitely did help. It's still going to be weeks, if not months, of additional training for him to get to the point that he needs to be, but it definitely helped. And like, she wasn't sure that he was going to work out, but now he is comfortable enough with the creatures that and they seem more trusting of him. So
That's
she
good.
thinks there's a good chance he may make a cavalryman yet.
I can't do that very often, but special occasions, if you need it, feel free to call.
She thanks you. All right. So another evening. You guys just hanging out at the inn? All right. The next morning, you get up, you go to have breakfast, and are sitting there and getting ready in the middle of breakfast. Are you going to want to go check in with Ramalia again this morning?
Yes,
Yep.
Okay.
Be a standard.
because she didn't have anything before, so.
Yep. All
We
right.
plan our day off her orders.
So you you're sitting there talking about going and seeing Ramalia and getting ready to get up and leave when the door opens to the inn and a familiar face walks in. Okay, hello, up here. There he is. Ta-da! A familiar face walks in. Leosin Erlanthar. And just for anyone who doesn't remember, that was the monk that was allowed themselves to be captured by the raiding party and was in the cult camp. And he walks over. Wonderful, wonderful. I was hoping I would catch you all. Please, don't get up. And he sits down, pulls up a chair and sits at the table. So, I was told to come straight here and share some news with you. And he looks around at everybody.
And that would be?
Yes. I have not seen but heard or of a sighting of Faerûn the White. Not too far from here. He goes, are any of you familiar with the area, the roads east?
Am I?
Yes, you would be. The from here, the road east would, the first major trading post would be Tribor. On the way to the other areas north, like going up to the northern.
Okay. I'm looking at the map.
Dwarven Holds and
Yarkar and those guys.
Yeah, in fact, let me just pull everyone over.
Everlund, the Silvery Moon.
So, right. So by east, right. So going up through Red Larch to Tribor, that's what he would be talking about. And from there, either up through Long Saddle or up to Silvery Moon. So, where is it? Right here. He goes, our scouts say that the dwarf Varum was seen in the trade settlement of Boriskir Bridge, near the Serpent Hills. So, at least, and those are, we have spies all over that have been reporting in, but there's nobody else close. Everyone else that we have are too far north or south, or over near the Well of Dragons, or in the general region of the world. We were hoping that you may go take a look and follow up on this lead. If we could actually catch, we learned much from the Wear of Purple that you had brought in before, but if we could catch an actual worm speaker, someone who's like Varum, who is supposedly a close advisor to Severin. Who knows what we could learn? This could be the break we've been waiting for.
We can go check it out.
Excellent, excellent. I hope perhaps leaving right now or within the sometime very soon. We don't think he is still there, but if you get there quick enough, perhaps you can find out where he went.
And you say seen in the Serpent Hills?
In Boriskir Bridge.
I'm looking for it. Boriskir. Oh, down south. Okay, so northeast of Baldur's Gate. That's fine. We can teleport to Baldur's Gate.
No. You're looking at Baragast. Boriskir's
Bridge is northeast of Baldur's Gate.
Actually,
right here.
Oh.
And there's Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I totally had the wrong thing in mind.
I'm looking. The only other bridge I see is the stone bridge
you
up
are
here.
Absolutely correct. That is exactly where it is. So it's down the tradeway.
My land navigation is pretty good. My naval's better, but waterway's better.
I had this totally different in my head. So forget what I said before. So yes, down the tradeway, back towards Elturel. Yes.
Can we teleport our griffins with us?
To where?
Probably not. If I were to go to Baldur's Gate.
You could go to Baldur's Gate, yes. You do
But-
have one for Baldur. You could go to Baldur's Gate.
He's
or
asking,
Hill's
can we
Edge.
bring the griffins through them?
You can, yes. If you're doing a portal, the griffins can come.
Okay, then I can do that. I have a teleportation portal.
Especially if you're going, no, you can. Now your teleportation. Now, but doesn't that have a limit on the number of people?
Any creature that enters is instantly transported. There does not say how many.
Then in that case, there is no limit. So
Here you
it's
go.
just people. As long as you fit everybody in the circle, they can go. So
It's
yes,
a 10-foot circle, so that's one griffin.
Let's see. So casting time is a
But
minute. Range
And it
10
lasts
feet,
a round.
and it lasts an entire round. So this is similar, right? The same type of thing as
They'd be stepping in.
when the druids get their like tree travel spell.
Right.
So it's a 10-foot diameter circle, and a portal opens, and any creature that enters the portal instantly appears. So what it is, and by round, everyone gets a turn. So it's everybody that you can say reasonably could enter it within 6 seconds. Can do so. So if you time it really well,
It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And the nice thing though is you could do it with, you can hop on your griffins and go through.
Yep.
So I think the reasonable thing is that you could regard as long any large or smaller, any medium or large creatures you could do. You could kind of queue up and get 10 of them through. I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
See, 10 large, 20 medium, 40 small.
And a crap load of small. Got it.
Yeah.
Send the goblin army. Got it.
All right.
Small army.
All right. So technically, we could port down to Baldur's Gate, and then that's just to get to Boriskir Bridge. That's we're on road. Well, we're gonna be flying, so that's 150, 120, 140 miles to get to Boriskir Bridge with a straight line. So that's a day and a half.
21. So that's about, let's say, 21 and a half. I'm just looking here. Yeah, that's the shortest one because it's a little more from Hill's Edge.
Right, and since we're going to be flying, we're
Is that
looking at
right?
about
Yeah, it is
140 miles from there, so that's almost 2 days. First day we'll get to about here. Second day we'll get over here.
So yeah, so you'd get there within 3 days.
Under 3, yeah. If we leave now.
Yep. Yeah.
If the griffins are ready for us to leave.
Let's do it.
All right, Tomas.
All right.
Pack up all our stuff. Oh, wait a minute. It's all in a bag of holding, including a giant door.
Portable hole.
Oh! I have the best weapon.
What's that?
Dropping the door from like 20 or 30 feet. It's a 500-pound door.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I could wipe out an entire like battalion of goblins. And let it skit across the ground.
And you could like light it on fire first.
Exactly. I'm doing it, Tom. We're gonna do that. I want to see if that'll work.
Sure.
Oh,
Absolutely. We could try
that is total. That's totally gonna. Where do you drop it?
You
Under
can
me,
try
not above
anything.
me. I don't throw it.
I
in
want
the
to
air.
see you lift. I want to see you open up the portable hole though and lift the door out by yourself in order to
No,
drop
turn the
it.
hole upside down.
Then everything comes out.
It's the only thing in there.
All right. So you teleport to Baldur's Gate, which, if I remember correctly, you have a teleportation circle to the. Oh, it was that guy, wasn't it? Was it the wizard? What is your teleportation circle? Was it the wizard that?
Let me look. Hold on. I can tell you here in a second. So we're looking for Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. In the black. No, that's sorry. That's not it. Baldur's Gate is Ileana Akravantas in the Blooming Ridge district. So it's wherever Elijah Arakavantarantis, and it's in the Bloom Ridge district.
So that's what I thought. It was. Okay. I'm just trying to remember the relationship.
It was somebody's house.
Right. It was that individual's house that you met, and it was the wizard, right?
Bring griffins through the dude's house. That's not a good idea.
So they just don't poop.
So, all right. Well, we're not gonna worry about it too much because you're doing it. you cast the spell. Everybody might be a little surprised, including this person.
Cover my face.
Let me just.
Is there enough room into this room that you're putting us in for all this stuff, though?
Look, the DM says it's okay. I'm sticking with it. It's like dropping a 470-pound door.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
From
see
500
them
foot?
in Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate.
Put a 3-foot hole in the ground.
I've got some flask oil can put on there, so as it almost gets ready to hit the ground, you can fireball it and light
There you
it
go.
on fire.
So.
You know, you got to learn, Mr. Alamir, how you can take this teleportation thing and put it on
Send
an
a
item.
fireball?
So all we have to do is touch the item, and it like sucks us to where we need to go. I think there was this wizard called Potter of Hairiness that used to do it.
Garina
How hairy was
Allendale?
he?
That's who you're talking about?
I gotta look it up again.
Yeah, I think it's Garina Allendale.
No, that's not the name I had.
That's not? At the
No,
Splurging Sturgeon?
I have Baldur's Gate. Ileana Arakavantas in Bloomdale's district have sketched the teleportation circle.
Okay.
Now, that might be two different things, but it says I sketched the circle from Baldur's Gate.
Okay, that's.
If it's another name, I'll put it in as
No, no,
another
no, no.
name.
Hold on one sec. Let's
And
just
this
do this
here,
real
I'm gonna put
quick.
the name in for you that you gave me.
Yeah, give me the name. Give me the
I
name
am.
really quick.
I'm copying it and pasting it. There you go.
Elijah. A Caravantas.
I want to see you learn a teleportation circle from a guy named Booger. This is Booger's circle.
And we get to pick where we want to go.
It's late. Jokes are not that funny in my head. Or funnier, one of the two. I don't know.
Okay, well, this is not helpful. We're just gonna command F.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't want to travel to the booger circle, just so you know.
All right, so it's not. I don't know where that came from. I can't find it. So we're not going to worry about it.
This is all right. This is totally what I have. I'm just putting it all here.
And there's no way you would have ended up with a name like that unless in Bloomridge District have sketched the teleportation.
Or Distic.
Bloomridge District, really?
Bloomridge District is not in Baldur's Gate. That's in Neverwinter. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Got it.
So
Here
somewhere. And that's where I would have thought it was Bloomridge District. So yeah, I don't remember what that was, but there you are. Okay.
Boom. We're there.
You appear in the basement of a house and squeeze up the stairs.
Quietly.
And you...
I'm pretty sure if he's a wizard that he's got an alarm set around that room as soon as somebody comes in on his circle.
Oh, absolutely. And he just I guess you shrug, you apologize, and
casually walk through, flip a gold piece.
Yep, and you're on your way and flying over the city and over the walls and towards Faerûn Bridge. All right.
Well, that was embarrassing. Thanks, Alamir.
I walk by and I say, "My name is Severin."
Get on my griffin, and I'm just like, yeah, and I just fly off.
Excellent. All right, and it is raining, so it is a little cooler than normal, and downpouring as you leave the city. All right, I need to. Where are you guys? Hello. There you are. All right, back to the map. So you fly. You camp alongside the river, and then you camp along the road next to the troll claws, and your group, along with the griffins, you see various people, creatures, things flying in the air as you go. Nothing bothers you. Not a whole lot that's going to bother 6 griffins, let alone griffins with riders. And you reach the Faerûn Bridge.
I'm going to take my griffin and do an overview, a reconnaissance. All right. Do I know what this bridge is all about anyway?
So
doing merchants. It's a traveling bridge. It looks like there's only one of a few bridges in the entire area, but it is a causeway bridge. It is only one way to get across a river.
Well, you know that Faerûn Bridge was named after the now vanished realm that used to exist north and east of the Tradeway. It provides access across the winding water and is just a major landmark. Constructed of black granite. Actually, there's...
Why are there dead giant robots on the bridge here and here?
So
those are caravans with horses?
Oh, I thought those were legs. And this was a sword and a head up here.
So this is like
side view.
Yeah, side view of the bridge.
Got it.
The bridge itself...
You shall not pass west.
has sculpted images of the deities Cyric and Baal, commemorating the legendary battle they fought on the bridge during the time of troubles.
Gotcha.
So Borskir, the settlement here is just a collection of tents, wagons, and caravans providing food, fresh mounts, and other services to travelers.
It looks gypsy-ish.
You know that there is a group of paladins here from Eltergard that maintains watch over the bridge, and there is a small keep nearby that they reside in, just to make sure that there's a force here to make sure that the bridge stays open and people can freely pass.
Okay.
There is an inn here called Bolo's Tentside Inn. It's set up in a large pavilion near the center of the tent city. So
we have one building out here, but then we also have a building down here.
we'll say that's the inn. That's fine, because we don't.
What's this thing down here? Do we know?
What?
Down southwest.
Let's just say that's the keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that this isn't exactly.
No. I just want to make sure that if it's nothing, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's just, as you said, like a tent city.
It really is. It's just and it's been. You're surprised. You know that this has been a gathering place of where merchants sell wares and stuff. You're surprised that over the years it hasn't developed
Expanded.
more.
Yeah.
Permanent.
Solid. Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Do I have or know of any contacts here?
All you know is, the inn is probably the best place, and you probably have stopped here before. You've probably met Bolo.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message to my mom and dad, or at least to my mom, saying, "Do we have any family contacts here?"
Roll 2d10.
Oh, I get to roll dice. It's gonna be low again because that's all I've been rolling. Holy crap! No, it's not.
Wow.
I know everybody. Okay, y'all need anything? Psst, half price discount right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Your family is infamous. They want to be killed on sight.
No. What she tells you is that, well, he's not family, obviously, since he's human, but Bolo used to work directly with Mojari.
Okay.
He and Mojari used to be partners at one point in an endeavor.
Okay. All right. So my mom replies back, "Talk to Manjari." Got it. Thanks.
Well, no,
You're the only one I got a sending stone to. Appreciate it.
No,
I know.
she tells
Okay.
you that
Said he was
that
Majari's old
Bolo
partner.
and Mojari were very, very good friends.
Okay, that helps, because I just don't want to say, "Hey, Majari says hi," and have him go, "That guy, I want to kill you now." Oh damn! If he's suddenly Scottish, but all right,
I don't
We're
know.
good.
The way
What
I
time
do
do we
voices,
get in
he
here?
easily could be.
that's true. What time we get in?
All right.
And does the guard react to a flight of griffins coming in? The bridge guard.
No, absolutely. And the people in general do. Like you come landing down, and lots of people. They give you plenty of space.
Where's the helipad in here?
Yeah, you just basically land anywhere that you can next to the tent. And you come down. Hef kind of gathers the griffins up and has his griffin and Goldwing just kind of Dream Chaser and Goldwing just kind of take up spots on either side of the little clearing, and the other 4 griffins in between them. And
I say we just put them in this corral so they have water to drink with all the horses. And to eat. There's stuff to eat there, too.
It's not like they'll fly out of the corral or anything.
Correct, and they can eat the horses.
yeah, that won't cause problems for you at all.
Just pay 10 gold. It's all good. They were scraggly horses. All right, so our no one's going to mess with the griffins. Got it.
Correct.
Hey, Mom, look at the griffin. Bite. Ow! Sounds good to me.
Finger food.
Literally.
All right, so you going to the inn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you. That is not what I was looking for. That works. So you go into the inn, and it is crowded. There's a good group of people. There's a group of the Elder Guard guards in there, sitting at a table, who eye you all closely, but then they recognize the symbols being worn openly by Zem and Heth, and they just kind of nod and go back to their drinks. And they and the bartender sitting behind just a kind of a makeshift wooden bar. He's balding with like graying brown hair, kind of hand combed back, and a big long beard, wearing a red shirt with blue embroidery, and he nods and he says, "Hey, gentlemen, what can I get you? Just let Bolo know what you want." And I think your spokesman.
What's on tap?
We got ales, and if you want